Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, with the brackets out, it's time to start picking them, and we have Perrin Johnson here to do it. We're going to do this quickly. We're going to go through each region. You're going to tell me who's going to make the Elite Eight and one upset to watch for. You ready?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's get started. We'll get started with the East. That's Duke's bracket. I've got Duke and Michigan State. I don't see any other team that gets through there. What about you?
No, I got the same thing. I like Duke, the way Cassius Winston is carrying Michigan State right now. He's doing a heck of a job, and I really like his flow and how they're processing things right now.
Who wins?
I like Duke. When Duke's on, they're great. Zion looks fresh. He looks rested. And when he's playing the way he's playing right now, there's not a team in the country.
Yeah, the only team I see in the bracket that might be able to beat him is Virginia Tech as the 4 seed. When I look down at my upset pick, I like Yale over LSU. Yale, I'm telling you, Perrin, Yale is good. Ivy League teams have had success in the tournament, and LSU's about quit by now anyway.
Yeah, you know, I like that game as well. And then Yale has a pro prospect. I can't think of the guy's name right now, but he's a heck of a player. He's going to possibly be the second Ivy League player ever drafted. And then when you look at the chaos of LSU, you don't have your head coach, and then the way they finish an SEC tournament, I don't have a good feeling about the energies going on down there.
I think, also watch this. Louisville, if they play Michigan State in the second round, could beat them. I mean, I actually think that's a game that they could get. Now we'll go to the West. Gonzaga is the 1 seed. Michigan is the 2 seed. I could see this thing just blowing up and like one of 7 different teams winning. What about you?
I'm right there with you, and to be honest with you, I don't think Gonzaga, I don't believe in them. I think Syracuse can beat them in the second round.
Oh, you got Syracuse in the second round. You like the zone.
I like the zone against Gonzaga. They're big, they're physical. They don't have as much talent as Gonzaga, but they can muck the game up and slow it down. And if Syracuse wins that game, I think Florida State comes out of that region.
All right, so this is my thing. Florida State plays Vermont in the first round. I could see Florida State losing that game. I could also see him making the Final Four. Like, that's a Leonard Hamilton team. You never know whether to believe in him or not. They can beat anybody. They can lose to anybody. I've got Michigan coming out of this bracket, but I'll tell you this. I think Montana in the first game will give Michigan a run, but I got Michigan coming out. Who do you have?
You know, Michigan's a good team on that side, but when I look at that down there, I just trust in Texas Tech. They're a great defensive team. They beat Kansas by 20-some-odd points at home, and they really grind out games, and they're all about their defense. I like Texas Tech.
Defense travels, they say. All right, let's switch down to the Midwest. That's where the Cates are as the 2 seed. North Carolina is the 1. It's interesting. I look at these two paths. I actually think the path is harder for North Carolina than it is for Kentucky. They might have to play Washington or Utah State, then either Auburn or Kansas. And, Perrin, they might have to play Kansas in Kansas City, which is not perfect for them.
No, it's not perfect at all. You know, Carolina fans can complain about that all they want, but listen up. You've played in Charlotte every year of your life. We don't care. We don't care.
That's a really good point. I like Kentucky to come out of this bracket. I think Kentucky and North Carolina, you're going to get another rematch. I think this time we win them again. What about you?
Yeah, you know, I like Kentucky and I like Carolina, but if you want to pay attention to some games, I'd say pay attention to Auburn and pay attention to Kansas. That matchup right there is going to be interesting.
There would be nothing more Bruce Pearl than for Auburn to win the SEC tournament and go lose to New Mexico State.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, I think that's what's going to happen. I think they're going to go down in the first round of New Mexico. That would be a perfect Bruce Pearl year for that to happen. We'll switch gears. We'll finish in the South. Virginia is a 1 seed. These are the games that are going to end up in Louisville. Tennessee is there. Purdue, Kansas State. Who do you like?
You know, I like Virginia, but there's just something about them that I do not like. At the same time, you know, you play great all year. You only lose 2 games, and then you turn around and lose to Florida State in the tournament, and they were flat the whole time. And they're not a team that can play from behind.
No, they're not.
So for me, I know it's going to sound crazy. I like Tennessee out the region.
Why is that crazy? I think Tennessee could have been 1 seed.
Yes.
I think Tennessee makes it out of the region too. Although I would say this, if I'm Tennessee, watch out. You're going to play Cincinnati in Columbus. Cincinnati will have a lot of fans. It's just down the road. They could lose that game.
Yes.
But I would say, you got to give me more than yes. Do you think Cincinnati? You've played against them over the years. Do you think that's a team that can beat them?
You know, they're gritty. They don't overwhelm you with their talent. They do have a guy in the Conference Player of the Year. I think his name is Cumberland. I believe the young man's name is. But I don't like their offense. It's stagnant.
Well, it's always terrible. But in the tournament, that can do it. All right. So Final Four. We've got Duke. I got Duke, Michigan, Tennessee, Kentucky. Who's playing in the championship game?
I got Duke versus Carolina.
You're going Duke and Carolina?
Yeah.
And they've never played in the tournament. You still think that happens?
I just like the way Carolina's playing. Kobe White's playing out of his mind the last 10 to 12 games. And then Zion being back, Zook is like Teflon Don, unstoppable.
I got Duke and Kentucky. I hate to say it. I think Duke wins it. What do you think?
You know, I like that matchup. I think they're a better team now. I think it would make for a good storyline with them wanting a rematch and wanting revenge against Duke.
Well, whether it's Duke, Carolina, or Duke, Kentucky, the NCAA would get a marquee matchup one way or the other, and they would definitely like that. Now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, more about the tournament and other news around the state. This is Hey Kentucky.